Oh, hello. Yo, if what I'm reading right now really checks out, y'all about to be taught. Your worlds are about to change. Really? You had to cut me off like that? Okay, you know the drill. Bibles open to Genesis chapter 18. The Lord appeared to Abraham near the special oak trees of Mamre. It was a hot time of day, and Abraham was sitting by the door of his tent. Abraham looked up, and behold, 3 men were standing above him, and he ran toward them from the entrance of the tent, and he bent down to the ground to respect them. Abraham said, "Please, sir, stop here and let me serve you. That would make me very happy. Let us bring some water so that you can all wash your feet. Then you can rest under this tree. Let me also bring some food for you to eat. Now that you have come to my home, you should rest and become strong again. Then you will be ready to continue with your journey." The men replied, "That is good. Please do what you have said." Abraham went quickly to the tent. He said to Sarah, "Be quick. Get plenty of good flour and make bread with it." Then Abraham ran to his cows. He chose a very nice young cow. He gave it to his servant. The servant quickly prepared it for the men to eat. Then Abraham took cream and milk and the calf that he had prepared, and he placed it before them. And he was standing above them under the tree, and they ate. So today's video is a little bit less of a story time and a little bit more of a dive into what a lot of us English readers probably would not have noticed about this text. And by that, I mean, thanks to my friends at SoulShop. You heard. We're gonna get some more insight by examining the Hebrew translation of the Bible. So yes, sit up straight, because I'm about to learn y'all some Hebrew. So yeah, my friends at SoulShop, who are very, very much versed into the Hebrew language, they opened up my eyes to some things in this text, and I'm gonna pull y'all into it too, so we can all learn this together. This story hits. The quick context I want to give is that just 3 days before, Abraham had a surgery. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna try and drop some hints. Let's just say it was a procedure that entailed a lot of pain in the groin area. Yeah, so our boy Abe, he was down bad. He was down bad for a few days. So God was trying to look out for him. God made it like super hot outside so that Abraham could just go in his tent and just chill. But Abraham didn't even do that. He didn't stay in his tent. He decided to sit at like the entrance of his tent, and God sent 3 angels, or strangers, and Abraham actually welcomed them into his home, which is like the highest level of hospitality. So when people think about building their own home, this is the story right here. Okay, let's do this. Let me just put back on my professor glasses so y'all think I'm smart. In the 2nd verse of this chapter, we are told that the strangers are, in the OG Hebrew, nitzavim alav, nitzavim alav, nitzavim alav, nitzavim alav, nitzavim alav. Okay, why am I doing the Italian? Which literally translate into standing above him. So the verse here says that the visitors or angels were literally standing above Abraham. Now let's fast forward a few verses to verse 8, where in the Hebrew it says, Omed Aleihim, which literally translates to standing above them. So the verse here says that Abraham is standing above the visitors or the strangers. So now what, if anything, can we learn from that? But hold up, first, did I just drop some Hebrew to flex? Maybe. But a lot of the English translations don't translate these phrases as I just mentioned before. And it might make you curious to know why the Bible used the word above instead of beside or next to or in front of. And one of the most interesting and ultimately important lesson that can be learned from this is how to treat you, how to treat him, her, those 2 people sitting next to you or across from you, your neighbors, or, your great uncle. Now you see, at the beginning of this chapter, the angels were standing above Abraham. Like they were literally higher than him. Makes sense though, right? They were angels and Abraham was human. But what happened when Abraham gave the angels food, drink, and shelter? What happened when Abraham displayed the highest level of hospitality, even despite his current physical condition? Abraham omed Elohim. Abraham stood above the strangers. Abraham stood even higher than the angels. Wow. This just might be a deep lesson. I believe this is where we learn one of the foundational elements of the life of faith. We honor God by honoring his image. We honor God by honoring humankind. Seemingly, there are more opportunities, to just chill, lay back, not get involved, focus on yourself. But if we try to push ourselves to help, to give back, to open our doors and our hearts, then this is how. I'm always asked, how can I be a better servant of God? And listen, I'm not a pastor, but I am a SoulShop creator. Link in the bio. But if you ask me, the answer to how is by honoring and loving all of God's creations. So if there's an ask from me to you in this episode, it's this. Put an effort into loving and caring for others. Do it proactively and record yourself doing it. Submit it to us at SoulShop and we will post it everywhere because that's the world we want to live in. Well, I'm Ariel Fitz. God bless your SoulShop.